Hello Yankees universe, welcome back to the go-to channel for everything Pinstripes, the New York Yankees news network. Today's show is absolutely jam-packed with fresh developments that surfaced just a few hours ago, and these aren't the kind of stories anyone in the Bronx Bombers family wants to miss. From a smart depth move behind the plate, to a massive bullpen recalibration, to a seismic hot seat rumor around the manager's chair, there's a lot to unpack, and it all impacts the stretch run vibes in the Bronx. If new here, tap like and subscribe so every alert finds the biggest Yankees fans first, and stay locked in till the end because each update connects to the bigger picture of postseason push, clubhouse chemistry, and on-field results. Let's get into it. Update 1. Yankees quietly rearm the catching core. Rob Brantly returns to the Bronx. Alright, let's kick it off with a move that screams smart depth and insurance policy. The Yankees have re-signed veteran catcher Rob Brantly on a minor league deal, bringing a familiar face back into the fold and stabilizing the upper-level catching ladder after a flurry of recent bullpen-focused trades. Brantly, 36 years old and battle-tested across parts of 10 Major League seasons, just wrapped a stint with Miami that saw him selected to the big club in April before a lat strain landed him on the 60-day injured list. But he still managed to lace 3 singles in 7 Major League at-bats during that brief window. In Triple A Jacksonville this year, the lefty swing showed real life in a small sample size, a slash line north of 359 batting average with gap power and a near 600 slugging percentage, the kind of contact profile that can stabilize innings, help pitchers settle, and keep innings moving when called upon. For context, Brantly's big league resume sits at a 226 batting average with on base just under 290 and slugging a tick over 320 across 472 plate appearances. But his true value to this roster is organizational. 13 seasons of Triple A experience, more than 2,700 plate appearances, and a strong reputation as a staff-friendly receiver who knows how to steward young arms through the fire. He's been here before a brief Major League run with the Yankees in 2021 and 2022, and he was productive at Triple A Scranton, Wilkes Barre in that stretch, which is exactly where he heads now per the Rail Riders announcement. Why now, and why Brantly? Look at the chain reaction from the deadline. New York dealt upper-level catching prospects, Rafael Flores and Jesus Rodriguez, in the aggressive bullpen overhaul that brought in David Bednar and Camilo Doval, 2 elite late-inning weapons designed to shorten games in October-style baseball. That's a calculated trade-off, premium relievers for playoff leverage, but it thins the catching pipeline, which is why Brantly is a timely reinforcement to replenish depth behind the current Major League trio of Austin Wells, J.C. Escarra, and Ben Rice. This matters for 2 reasons. First, it protects the big club from an injury crunch in September when innings volume spikes. Second, it gives pitching coaches and analytics staff a veteran backstop in-house who can mirror game plans, settings, and sequencing philosophies across levels, so any call-up transition is seamless. From a roster dynamics angle, this is classic championship infrastructure building, while the headliners like Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton carry the marquee moments, and the newly stacked bullpen secures the last 6 outs. It's the quiet catching depth that keeps rhythm and routine intact across a 162-game gauntlet. If the Yankees need a steady hand to catch a spot start, absorb a doubleheader, or manage late-inning matchups while the bench puzzles shift, Brantly's presence lets the baseball operations group play offense with options, rather than scramble for emergency patches. And because he's already fluent in Yankee systems, expectations, and pitchers' tendencies, the learning curve is minimal, a huge advantage when every late August and early September game can swing standings momentum by a series or 2. Bottom line, this is the kind of under-the-radar move that doesn't trend on social but wins trust in the clubhouse. A veteran, team-first catcher returns to Scranton, Wilkes Barre ready to support the Major League group, stabilize depth after trade churn, and keep the runway smooth for a pitching staff that's about to lean into playoff caliber leverage every night. Smart, timely, and very Yankees. Update 2. Boone shuffles the deck for Devin Williams after rough stretch. Yankees manager Aaron Boone has officially decided to take two-time All-Star reliever Devin Williams out of the closer role for the second time this season. It's a major shift considering the Yankees gave up Caleb Durbin and Nestor Cortez this past offseason to acquire Williams, expecting him to lock down games. Instead, through 49 appearances, Williams has posted an earned run average north of 5.60, leaving fans and front office voices concerned. Boone told Talkin' Yank she'll now use Williams in lower leverage situations when possible, though bullpen needs can change quickly based on starter length and availability. The timing is notable because Williams' most recent outing in a multi-run deficit against Houston was actually his sharpest in weeks, striking out the side on just 11 pitches. The move comes after the Yankees bulked up their late inning arsenal at the trade deadline by adding David Bednar and Camilo Doval. With those two now handling the game's highest stress moments, Williams will have a chance to reset, work on command, and hopefully rediscover the form that once made him one of baseball's most unhittable relievers. It's a humbling mid-season adjustment, but could be the reset button his season and the Yankees bullpen needs. Update 3. Is Aaron Boone's Bronx reign about to end? Insider buzz suggests imminent firing. Yankees fans, the tension in the Bronx has hit a boiling point. Even after Monday night's statement win over the Minnesota Twins, a 9-1 domination that featured vintage Carlos Rodon, a Giancarlo Stanton moonshot, and an offense firing on all cylinders, the whispers around manager Aaron Boone's job security are only growing louder. Multiple insiders, including Joseph Callan off fan-sided, now believe the front office could pull the plug before the calendar flips to September. According to these reports, General Manager Brian Cashman might be ready to put his foot down and end the chaos by relieving Boone of his duties within weeks. That's a stunning possibility, especially given Boone's recent 2-year extension signed right after guiding the team to the World Series last year. So, why the sudden heat? Critics point to his inconsistent lineups, questionable bullpen pulls, and an overall lack of urgency despite the Yankees having one of baseball's highest payrolls and a roster stacked with elite talent. The Bombers' current record 64 wins, 56 losses, leaves them teetering on the playoff bubble despite big-ticket deadline moves for David Bednar and Camilo Doval. Supporters of a mid-season shakeup say a new voice could jolt the clubhouse back into elite form. Detractors warn that firing a manager in the middle of a playoff push could deepen instability. Yet the fact that this conversation is happening and with growing confidence from insiders means the Yankees are officially in make-or-break territory. If Boone truly is on the clock, every lineup card he fills out from here could be judged not just on wins and losses, but on whether it convinces Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner that he's the man to lead October baseball in the Bronx. And that's the wrap on today's jam-you-packed edition of New York Yankees News Network. From the smart insurance policy of bringing back Rob Brantly, to the bullpen chess match surrounding Devin Williams, to the seismic possibility of Aaron Boone's tenure ending in mere weeks, these are not just headlines. They're moves and moments shaping the fate of our 2025 Yankees. If you bleed pinstripes, you know every decision from now until the final regular season pitch could decide postseason dreams or October heartbreak. So drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Boone stay or go? And did the Yanks make the right rotation and bullpen calls? If you enjoyed the updates and want to stay locked in for every twist and turn of this wild season, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a beat. Until next time, this is the New York Yankees News Network saying stay loud, stay proud, and as always, go Yankees.